Yo, welcome to Line Podcast. Like it or not, the livest show in the O. We're ready to go. Let's check the lineup. To my right, it's OGB.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
Straight ahead, it's Litty Clemmy.
Black Cobra, baby.
To my left, it's Okie Dokie Oski.
What up, though?
And I'm your host, Mr. Tokes. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the show, everybody. What is the business, y'all? How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
Great.
Chilling, man.
Yeah, everybody had a good 4th and all that?
Yes,
Survived.
sir.
I
yeah.
made it.
Beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, I've been so pissed lately. I've had to take a break from being pissed.
Dang.
It's just overwhelming shit in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one thing after another, and it's just after a while you just get too your battery just needs to charge. You're just like, shit, man. I can't take it no more. When you research all these stories and you just see so much, it is overwhelming. You wonder how people spend so much time on social media and just take it.
Because it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, you're researching.
Right.
I'm looking at my phone, looking at TikTok or,
Right. Speaking about TikTok, they're about to take that down, right?
Man, that was suck.
It's like
Thank goodness.
It was like the best one.
Nah, bro. I didn't want to see all those dumbass moves at the bars when I went out. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'd be like, yo, just for that, you owe me a shot. It's like, what are you talking about? I don't even know you.
Yeah. Well, I do see some funny shit on there
Yeah.
too.
It's like, it's all kind of stuff on there. So.
You fuck around with TikTok, Mike?
Not
Like,
at all.
you know
not,
you would
not,
fuck with the tiki-takis.
Not once, not ever.
Have you ever seen it though? Like,
No.
have you ever watched one of those stupid videos where they're like, how does it work? Do you pull up some script, a dialogue, and you just follow the dialogue with your person, and then it kind of like is
Depends on which one you're doing. So
Right.
like the popular ones, like a Samuel Jackson voiceover type shit.
right?
Those but like a lot of them, like if you look at it, you can play the music and
Hit
you
the
could
dance
just
move.
hit the dance move.
I didn't even know there's one by like Jason Derulo. And I
Right.
found out that the song is real.
Uh-huh.
I just thought it was like a beat. Because I thought it was just mad popular. So I thought somebody pulled it from someone else, like third party. And I was driving with my nephew and I heard the song going off. And he's like, oh, leave it. He plays it. It's like Jason Derulo. I was like, oh, shit, it's a real song, bro. I thought it was just a snippet of
That-
a instrumental.
It's
Kids-
classic.
And a lot of kids they hate the TikTok songs because it's like they hear it so much that
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of
They're
rappers
too cool for it.
and and a lot of rappers are now making TikTok songs, like they making it. So
How do you
that-
make a TikTok song?
I
Well,
don't know.
it's not.
It's
I
a
know what you're
dance
saying.
move song.
You're making it too purposely put on for
for
TikTok.
dance moves
So
and
you
shit.
So you get it trending.
Right foot step, like the Drake song.
Yeah.
Drake song was basically a TikTok song.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Man, I'm
it's
so
sad.
fucof old now. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, tell
You
me.
ain't missing
I'm so out of the
I didn't
loop.
miss anything.
You ain't missing out. You ain't missing.
I got a Starbucks story that I got to get off. It's like a week old.
No.
So I was at Starbucks.
They says it that they suck.
So I pulled
Hey
in.
man,
Starbucks is trash, dog.
Bro,
Don't at me, bro.
bro.
Don't.
So I pulled up and I'm in the drive-thru, and this guy's behind me, but he leaves a little space there because the people that were parked in the parking lot had to have room to back up. So this guy's being nice and he's leaving some space. So some other chick just pulls right up in front of him.
Damn.
And gets right up in front of him, and so he rolls up to the right of her,
Oh
and
my
goes,
God.
"Hey, I was just leaving enough room. I'm in line." And the lady just like whatever, dude, and looks forward, and I'm watching all this in my rear view, and the dude that was back there was really nice, but he had a huge knot on his head. It was like this big ass knot. That's what I remember. Like I could see that thing just looking at me, but so. I get out the car. I'm like, lady. I get out of my truck and I'm look back and I'm like, lady, that dude was there. That's an asshole move. You know what I mean? And I'm in front of her, so I'm controlling shit.
Right.
I ain't moving
I
until
ain't
you
moving.
do what's
You
right.
like, you're like
Right.
a bouncer,
Right.
letting people in and out.
Right. I felt obligated, dude, because
Yeah.
this dude's day was about to be ruined. It's like 7 in the fucking morning. It's like, come on, man, don't do that to people. And it's okay to be wrong, but don't stay wrong.
And he might get the bottom brew of the coffee too. He might not even get the fresh cup
yeah.
because it might be fucked up because
You
of the
got the old
timeline.
coffee for.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some timing.
He's the person that gets the shitty brown
Black,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, that's your coffee.
I mean, that's what's about to happen to this guy's day.
Yeah,
It sounded
that's what I'm
like.
saying.
So I basically, she once I didn't say much, and she was like, oh, and she backs up and lets him in. I paid for both their meals.
You the
So-
man.
That's a good job.
I mean, and I didn't even give him a card to the show. So it's
see?
true love.
It's all right.
True
You
love.
double down on your
You
good
kind of like
karma.
playing Jesus.
Whoa,
You rewarded them too. It's like,
You took all the
I
sacrifice.
bless you with Starbucks.
It was like $27. So yeah, whatever the fuck they
Damn.
ordered. Yeah.
Was it on pay? Was it on payday week too?
God,
I don't remember the day actually. I don't recall.
I'm saying if you got paid that Friday, that's good
remember
karma.
I remember the bill.
How was the rest of your day?
Yeah, no shit. You know what though? It felt good. It feels good when you help somebody, man. There's just something about it.
That coffee hit different.
That coffee hit different that day. Yeah,
I am in control of this. You heard what he said? I'll control this drive-through.
Yeah,
I'm like a superhero. I'm right to the wrong.
I was seeing so much police brutality. I want to be in control of something.
You administered justice in the world.
Corey's yelling at her. Corey's like, "Bitch, you want sweet up?" All right then.
Judge Tokes. By the way, man, I seen Judge Springer on TV the other day. Is that real?
Yeah.
Judge like Jerry.
Get the fuck out of here! I thought I was tripping
Was you
when I
home
seen
on a
it.
weekday?
No,
He skipped school.
What? Hey.
like shit.
Yeah.
No,
That was that Friday because they gave us Friday.
Yeah, it was that Friday
The
off.
day it got rained out and shit.
Yeah.
But no, I saw that. I'm like, wait, am I in the fucking Twilight Zone? Why is Jerry Springer trying to give make judgment calls for people? Weren't you just having trans fights on your show just the other fucking day?
Hey,
Like,
man.
Is he a lawyer?
is that show
Yeah, he
still?
was a lawyer.
He went back to school.
Was he?
Yeah, that before he even started the show, he was like a lawyer.
He does seem, because when he did those final thoughts at the end of Springer, I was like, man, he's well.
He was just
he's so
closing
well
argument.
spoken.
That's a closing argument. Yeah.
Yeah, the closing argument. Was that it? Was that what it was? I thought
No,
it-
he said
No,
he
I'm
brought
saying
it. He
that's
brought it
what-
all together with closing
Yeah.
arguments. through
Yeah,
the-
he was real well spoken. I was like, that's weird. For what I just watched, I wouldn't expect you to
Today,
Yeah.
we learned.
Not all men deserve to get bitch slapped. But when you cheat 7 times
Right.
and you say you're gonna change, I can see the slap coming,
Right.
Yeah. Then I got this fucking thing going on.
dude.
My dirty, stinky, annoying thumb.
Oh, man.
It looks like I'm constantly hitchhiking. It's pretty bad, man. It fucking there's no right way to sleep with it either. It's just basically always in my way, and it wakes me up at night. It goes numb. Oh, dude, it's terrible, man. I haven't even been getting decent night sleeps at all. Sometimes it falls off in the middle of the night. I got to turn the light on and look for it.
the
My
bright-
stinky thumb. It does, bro. It does. I pull it off by accident, and then I don't until I bend it, and I'm like, ooh, and I realize it's gone, and I'm like, shit. I gotta turn on the light, and then I'm fucking look for my stinky thumb holster.
Dang,
I'm like,
bro.
where the fuck is my stinky thumb
Leave the
holster?
light off next time and just
Right.
use your nose. Find it.
No, Corey wakes
Sniff
up
it
too.
out.
He's like, "The fuck is that smell?" He like smells his thumb. He's like angry at his own hand.
It's so repulsive, and that's not blood on it either. That's red frosting from my cupcake.
Oh, I was wondering.
Sacrifices
what that
must
was.
be made. Son.
Yeah, and texting and typing the show with one fucking hand blows too. Doing everything with one hand sucks.
You
man.
realize what an inconvenience a thumb is, and not having a thumb is.
It really is,
How much
dude.
you need that thing.
Yeah, and if it was my right hand, then you know what else. I'd have to use expensive porn.
You have to be like, oh,
Start paying for it.
subscription.
Yeah.
Corey, you'd have a CPR doll.
I practice to save lives.
I'm a lifesaver.
Oh, I definitely have to use expensive porn if it was the other hand. Same wave, different day. What the fuck is up with this coronavirus numbers, guys? Are we ever going to get the shit together or what?
Coronavirus.
Case numbers are off the charts and mortality rate is down. What kind of sense does that make? I mean, I can't.
I'm trying to figure it
It
out.
makes
there,
it
too.
makes some of sense.
What?
It's not
Really?
as it's not as crazy as trying to figure out space and shit. You get more people getting sick because now we're open, but now it's who's getting hit that
But you could.
aren't dying.
But the thing about it, if are people really even getting sick if it's that many? The numbers are that up, and it's
Well,
that
I didn't mean
much
sick as in the sense of like dead or symptoms. I meant like just catching
but
it.
what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that people are not, because I know people that like are close to me that almost left here from
Mm-hmm.
coronavirus. So I'm not saying in no way that it's not real.
No.
Facts.
What I'm
I was just saying
saying
not
is-
sick. I was just saying not sick as
But
in
what
symptoms.
I'm saying is, we can change the narrative on kind of like sick all the time because it's like you putting it in people's head that's going to be sickness. And a lot of people are getting it and not getting sick. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird.
Because a guy on our job tested for, he went and got a test, and then when it came, he didn't even go get a test. What it was, he went and gave blood, and they called him and they say, you have corona antibodies in your blood sample. And he was like, I haven't even had coronavirus. And they was like, you must have had it.
You must have had it and you didn't know it.
You didn't know it.
There's a lot of people like that. But my thing is like, okay, if it really never went away, testing or no testing, I mean, it's here.
Right.
And it's been here.
Right.
So why would the mortality rate go down?
That's
You know what I mean? You'd figure more people are getting it than not getting it.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But also now you know how to treat it better.
Right.
I'm not saying there's
True. Very good point too.
I'm not saying there's
And the doctors are doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
All the first responders doing a hell of a job out there. We see.
Now they know
Right.
what
Good
certain
job.
things to avoid.
Yeah.
What certain things to give.
And the poor people, man, they're all overwhelmed again. Those fucking hospitals are all, you know, it's
the only thing, and the thing that scares me is like the fatigue of it, because it's like I have to like constantly check in with myself and ask myself, did you just wash your hands? Because it's easy, because it's not like everybody back out in your mind. You thinking
You got to reprogram yourself.
And you got to reprogram yourself, because for a minute we was militant about washing our hands. Like we all walked in and washed our hands. We walked in.
Dog,
It's
if
a
I watch like the Notebook
Protocol.
and I see people kissing, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
You walk
I'll be like, yo, these motherfuckers haven't seen each other in 7 years. You don't know what they got. Oh wait, this movie's old. My bad. I'll be like, it's alright. It's alright.
Oh, don't do that to me.
I'll be like, yo, it's my bad. Y'all can kiss. You a Corona, I'm a Corona, right?
The daily case count in Florida has been mostly increasing from around May 27th, 3 weeks since most Florida counties entered phase 1 of reopening on May 4th. Daily new cases began to rise sharply from around June 8th, just days after phase 2 of reopening began on June 5th. Several reopened bars in Florida were closed around mid-June after customers tested positive for a virus. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis claimed that the recent spike in cases was not because of the virus is spreading, but rather due to the increased testing. I think we're stabilized where we're at. DeSantis said at a press conference Monday that the state's positive test rate reached a record high 16.27% on Tuesday from a 4.34% June 7th. The novel coronavirus, first reported in Wuhan, China, has spread to more than 12 million people across the globe, including 3 million in the U.S. Over 6.5 million globally have reportedly recovered from the infection, while over 549,000 have died as of Tuesday, according to the latest figures from Johns Hopkins University. So it's real. It's real, you know, and I think the conspiracy theory gets twisted when people are like, you're saying it's not real. And they're like, no, I don't think they're saying it's not real. They're saying how it started is the conspiracy theory. And, you know, a lot of people freak the fuck out because they don't want to hear that shit. But so I got yelled at for talking too much about that. I mean, look, man, I get it though. There's a lot of first responders that are fucking dealing with it hands on. Right. So they don't want to hear that shit. They don't fucking want to hear that shit. They're watching people die, dude. That's their day. They go to work and they watch people fucking die. Right. And you know how hard that is, you know? It sucks, man. So you know, and now they're saying that Lysol spray works, but you can't find cans of Lysol spray anywhere. Do you guys buy Lysol spray anywhere?
Yeah, I haven't. Two things I haven't watched.
I was able to get the wipes.
The wipes are out there, but I haven't seen the spray.
But the two things I haven't been able to get since pre-corona is alcohol, like just regular rubbing alcohol, and freaking Lysol. And you used to can walk in the store and buy like 20 cases.
I'm a Lysol fan of the spray Lysol because the wipes you could only wipe off counters and shit, but the spray you could hit couches, you could hit every fucking thing. You spray somebody in their face, you can spray faces.
Bro.
Just get away from me with that shit.
Use that shit as cologne too.
Yeah. Well, I sprayed my mask the other day. Jackie found a fucking bottle. I think she got it from the office though, because I don't know how the fuck she got that big ass can, but she said she's saving it for when we go on fucking to the Hard Rock, because she got a fucking hotel for her birthday before shit hit the fan when shit was calming down, and they wouldn't let us out of the deal. So we got to go through that shit. So we're
this
gonna
is
host.
This is our last pod before you leave. Then we're going
No,
on a 2-week break, bitches.
Nah, we're gonna spray down that whole
Listen.
room, and we're not even going out, dude. That's what kind of sucks about it. We're just gonna, because there's nothing to do. What the fuck are we gonna do? There's not the bars
get some,
or anything.
Not the Manhattans. Get the old
Old
fashions.
fashions, the
Sent to the hotel,
smoked
baby.
old fashions, baby.
Get all the old fashions.
Yeah, well, we're probably just gonna relax, get some vitamin D on the beach, and go right to the room. Come back down, same procedure.
Yeah.
You know, back and forth. It's not, you know, but I feel bad for her because it's a fucking birthday, and you know, it's just terrible. But my question is, where the fuck are all the cans, man? So I haven't seen one since the beginning, and this is the thing too. Why don't they tell us to build up our immune systems more?
Man, that's one thing I'm religious about. Right?
How come there's no emphasis on exercise? Or, you know what I think? I think it's because, think about this. They know by telling us to boost our immune systems, it would make everybody run to the store and buy up all the vitamins, produce, juicers.
Right,
It's like it's the new toilet paper. So that would make sense too. So fucking, I mean, it's just weird. Like,
but
there's all this talk and all this stuff, but there's no, you know, wear your mask, but there's no talk about, hey guys, eat a vitamin, make sure you stay up on your shit. Yeah, eat good, better your immune system. Yeah,
get out and exercise.
Yeah, heat up some
fresh air.
Yeah, heat up with some ginger root and some hot water in the morning. Put some fucking honey in it, so that keeps you from getting sick. I mean, like, where are all these? Where's all this advice at?
Somebody must have said exercise because all the exercise equipment's gone, dude. If you
you told me that the other day.
It's gone. It's like all the dumbbells, all the benches, they're gone, dude.
That might have something to do with people don't have shit to do, and they figure if they're going to be inside, they're going to get swole.
And that happened like when the pandemic first started. Like I went to go, like he said, I went to go buy just 2 more dumbbells just to have something, bro.
It's like gone.
Because the gyms were closed. Nothing.
That's weird.
And then if you go online, they sell, if you buy like everything, like stuff that you can use to get off Facebook, like market, for like $200. Now it's going for like 800. You like, they almost acting
it's
for
like relax with your 1995 dumbbells, homie.
That's
chill the fuck out.
Yeah, Joe Weeder.
You know you never used them,
right?
That's typical though, man. Anytime that something like this happens, it's you can't explain shit, man.
I think outside the box, stupidly, they really don't know what to tell you for vitamins. Like, they had so much trouble trying to tell you mask, no mask, this and that. I think they're just watching their P's and Q's in regarding to vitamins, which you can check yourself, obviously, but it's still the thing that it's another thing that someone can attack them for. So I think they're just trying to avoid it. It would be nice. It would be nice to look out for people and to say, hey man, take vitamin C daily. Take a chewable.
Right. It makes all the difference in the world. Go get your vitamin levels checked while you're in the fucking. If you're gonna go to the doctor anyway, you might as well get your vitamin levels checked to make sure you're all good, because you know, I've heard vitamin D helps getting out in the sun. Actually, we need that to fight off to build our immune system. It actually builds your immune system to be out in the sun, and that natural vitamin D is encouraged. I mean, these are facts, man, and I just don't know why nobody's talking about it. It's blows my mind.
Because like I'm with O on that. It's like legally, if they said take it and it doesn't work, then now somebody can come back and say,
nah, they could phrase it.
Yeah.
Well, no, they could do it
They
very
could say it
loosely. But I
possibly
think they're just
could
trying to
help you.
avoid that.
They're not saying they're going to save you from coronavirus. They're just saying, hey, I care about you. I'm a health official, so this is what you need to do. We recommend that the public also do this while you're wearing your mask, you know, if you got some time.
What if they come up for a vaccine? You gonna run out and get one?
Not until I'm sick.
No, I don't think I am, man, because there's so many flaws in vaccines, and I don't know.
You think the
honestly,
masses
Mike,
will?
I'll
I
get
think they
hit by
will,
it.
man. I think that's where we're eventually going with this, dude. It sounds like it feels like there's an agenda.
Yeah,
it feels, and I don't want to scare people. This is just hypothetically, allegedly.
And something scarier. A guy on my Facebook, not because I haven't really looking at Facebook, but on Instagram, a guy just put on the CDC and just like the CDC and just let it scroll up, and like it's so many labs that have had like tampered tests, broken tests that's like the labs are contaminated. So it's like it's I think it may even be worse than what we know, but it's
Like a
just
shitty McDonald's,
this-
dog.
yeah, it's like the Cleveland.
Fuck, you think McDonald's is just good enough? And it's like, wait, you dropped the Big Mac sauce too? How you drop sauce and
And
use
picking it up and put it back
Yeah,
on.
you use it. You fucks. You can't use that as a test result.
Some fucking whack sauce.
That shit got.
And they was taking, and now they do something called bunch testing, where they take like 5 different samples, and if they take 5 different samples and 5 people pass, that's quicker to get the positives, right?
Right.
But say they take those 5 samples and one come back negative, now all of the samples
Are
contaminate.
fucked, right?
So it's like all these different, because
And here's-
in their defense, bro, they don't. It's like nobody was really ready for this.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know how it's scary part about it. I was thinking about this on the way coming in. It's like, this really showed kind of like how weak our infrastructure was in that area. And that's really, it was like, it just dawned on me, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah. It really highlighted exactly where we're weak at.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And
And,
it's
and
kinda
now we're going to
scary.
go back to school, and these poor moms are being put in a situation where they don't have a choice.
Right.
And moms and dads, I don't mean to say just moms, but it's an interesting situation, and I don't know how it's going to play out, honestly. When I got Street Rat Matt telling me that strip clubs are fucking going crazy and people are just spreading viruses everywhere, dude. I mean, and then now we're the new epicenter, fucking Florida, you know what I mean? We're the new Wuhan.
Yeah.
Fucking,
And we got sports.
and now we got sports coming. I
I
mean, is
said-
that going to be able to hold up? I
No,
mean,
no, I
Jesus.
don't mean sports coming. I mean sports
They're
coming
here.
to Florida.
Here,
Florida.
yeah. I know
Like
what
the
you meant.
NBA, I was driving on the 528. It's the dude, you know, the Mears trucks. Got the NBA sign on the front. I don't know who was in the truck, but
Oh, really?
yeah. So they are.
Yeah, they're all
getting
here.
down.
LeBron's supposed to arrive today, actually, is what they said. But they had bed bugs in their room. Did you see that? And
I didn't
rodents.
see that. Ooh, whoa.
You didn't see that?
Time out
They
where?
report at the bubble, dude. They got all these players staying there, man. So they had to get extra places for these people to stay, dude. I mean, it's a lot of fucking people if you count all the players.
So where's this bubble at? They're not saying where.
it's down. It's
thought it was
Disney.
Disney.
It's Disney. Wide World of Sports.
How Disney fuck up like that?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I said,
They
dude.
don't
I'm
even
like,
let they don't even let the churros have less sugar.
yeah, I
You
did
know
not,
what I'm saying?
I
They be
never.
having that bitch on point. A hotel?
I know you got mouses, but you can't have bed bugs.
Yeah,
That's
right,
third.
right.
That's third party Disney.
Yeah, they said
That's
they
like Donald Duck type shit.
yeah, they said
Or whatever.
I'll
the
put
fuck.
that on
Yeah.
Mickey, man.
Yeah, nah, that Mickey wouldn't let that rock.
Nah, nah, man,
yeah, they
Mickey
said
would
they
not
had
let it
rodents too, but I was like, no, that's just Mickey. No, but
fucked
yeah,
up.
they literally they had a picture of bed bugs. They showed it. I think it was on like Good Morning America or some shit. I saw it. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
So, like,
So,
if I'm about to play basketball or something like that, like, bro, how am I trusted that you like thoroughly clean this room for like?
Bro, I'm a pass holder, and they sending me updates like, "Oh, come through the hotels," and I'm like, I have social media, bro.
Yeah.
I'm looking at how y'all handling this shit.
If I was a player,
Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. When you said where all the Lysol went, Disney, because they're fucking wiping down
Yeah.
every ride, every handlebar, every Disney just
that's true too. All
Disney,
these
Bottom
Disney
all
capped that
Lysol.
that's
bitch.
true.
Disney capped
that's
that
true.
bitch. The mouse boxed you out, dog. You got out jumped by a little mouse.
Mickey's the round mound of rebounds.
Kareem Abdul the mouse, son.
Dang.
Nah, but
That's crazy.
nevertheless, it is crazy talk, man. And all these people, like the government officials, were saying, "Oh, you got to get numb to it." There was a thing came out and saying, "Just get numb to it." Is that? And I don't want to speak bad about nobody, but there was a thing that came out and said, "Get numb to it," and it's just like, guys, I know so many people with complicated immune systems and shit like that. It's like, don't tell me.
But they don't even want to talk about it anymore. That's
Yeah.
that's the new. If you like.
Well,
keep
that's
up,
the thing.
They're
don't-
not gonna like Biden or Trump is gonna talk about.
It makes you feel like they're
coronavirus
giving
anymore.
up, like they're just saying, "Hey, it's gonna be here." So
No,
just-
because you don't want to.
Make sure
It's
you
like,
vote.
It's an old story,
Right.
So you got to get something fresh and new.
But this is my
to
thing.
catch on.
But this is my thing. People's health and the coronavirus, they're not mutually exclusive. And the economy, it's not mutually exclusive.
Right.
One has to do with the other. If we don't get these people healthy and we don't have these people to work, there is no economy.
But
you know
that's
what I mean?
I'm saying. But so our economy is based off people, right?
Right.
So if you got an economy based off people, but all the people in the economy are compromised because they're sick,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of the day, what does the
Yeah,
economy?
you're back to square one.
Yeah,
Right. We're going back to What phase are we in?
we in phase 17, man.
Yeah, man. We're like -2 now.
Oh, we behind.
bro.
Shit, man. I mean, we are, dude. It's like,
Like,
come
you
on.
don't-
No,
won't
it's
even
sad,
let-
man. I was upset when I told you that when we first opened. I thought it was a bad idea.
You did say that.
I kept complaining about it. I was like, "What are we doing?" Like, I know we're supposed to. Don't get me wrong. We're supposed to
Well,
move on,
yeah,
get the money
I'm with
train
you.
rolling.
There was a feel. There was a feel where it's like, guys, let's just wait a couple
Yeah.
more
Too
weeks, man.
soon.
It was like, but it was like we were so close to the time.
Yeah, because
though.
you taking out the pie early, bro.
Yeah. It was like you're pulling the ripcord. Wait, like
what are you
just
doing?
a
Just
week
a
or
couple more
two.
weeks.
Yeah,
Would've
man.
been-
I
I
know
know
the,
would've been
but everybody
clear.
was watching the economy tank, and I get it, man.
But if you think,
But now I'm pissed.
yeah, and Europe won't even let Americans in Europe right now.
Good for them,
Yeah.
if that's true.
That's
I-
what they're
'cause
pulling
they
to
flew-
Florida.
No, they flew.
They know all the motherfuckers
there was
came to
some-
Florida. They ain't taking them back. They're like, we're blocking our shit
But
now.
what they did was it was some like 21 people. I seen it on a news clip. It was 21 people flew to Italy on a private plane, and the chancellor came out and was like, "No, y'all gotta go back."
Oh shit.
Like, oh yes, Sunshine State.
They're treating us like China got treated.
bro.
They are. They're locking us.
Hey, it's our turn.
They're,
That's
they're
scary.
That's what I'm
boxing.
saying.
They're boxing us all in.
Yeah,
Mickey-
because they said Florida said, "Hey, no New Yorkers come back," and now everybody's like, "Hey, no Floridians get out."
That's exactly what it is.
That's how Corona works.
I
This
was
is
nervous
chestnut
about
checkers, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Lion Podcast. Thanks for fucking with us.
You subscribe.
You know it. So, Mr. Floyd, George Floyd, got a body cam transcripts revealed Derek Chauvin told dying George Floyd it takes a heck of a lot of oxygen to talk. Newly released transcripts of Minneapolis police body camera footage filed in state court Tuesday shed more light on the final moments before Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who faces second-degree murder and manslaughter charges, killed Floyd in May. The transcripts were filed as a part of an effort by another officer, Thomas Lane, to have charges that he abetted Floyd's murder thrown out, the New York Times reported. One of the more harrowing moments in the transcripts occurs when Floyd, who is arrested on suspicion of using counterfeit money at a nearby store, was on the ground with Chauvin's knee on his neck, pleading for his life. A scene captured on video by the passerby. The new transcripts reveal after Floyd said to the officers we're going to kill him, Chauvin responded to telling them, stop talking, stop yelling. It takes a heck of a lot of oxygen to talk. Later, Lane, who was helping Chauvin restrain Floyd, said that he was worried Floyd was having a medical emergency. Well, that's why we got an ambulance coming, Chauvin replied, as shown in one of the transcripts. So, yeah, they're going back and forth. So I mean, this dude's done, right? Is he gonna get the manslaughter, or is he gonna get the?
I think because that's the one guy when I read the story and I read what he's talking about. That's the one guy that I feel like if anybody should get like a lighter sentence, it should be him, because he was asking questions. He was the only person in dialogue, like, "Hey man."
Oh, you mean Thomas Lane?
Yeah, Thomas Lane.
Yeah.
He was the only person the whole time. Like, we should sit him up. And
yeah.
that guy,
Well, from this, it sounds like he's like, hey man, he's a medical emergency. He's telling him, dude, he's not okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. And even before that, he was asking them questions like, should we like? And he asked them about like it's a sudden cardiac arrest death when you so hyped up like that. Mm-hmm. So that's why they should sit you up, because it's the fixation, but it's the sudden cardiac arrest what kills you.
Well, what's interesting about that is he just told, well, not only did they have him detained for about 15 minutes beforehand, I want to guess, I think it was like 20 minutes actually. He was up against a wall, against a bank or something, and they were just talking to him.
Across the street.
Yeah, and they walked him to his the unit, and they were about to put him in. They were about it. Well, that's how it was, man. If
And
you watch the whole
he
thing,
was
dude, they're
claustrophobic.
casually just talking to him,
Yeah.
man. If you were worried that much, then why weren't you worried then?
Yeah,
But he was,
yeah.
but he was detained the whole time. He was in handcuffs. Anyway, he gets to the car to go get put into the back of the patrol car.
Yeah.
And he says, "Sir, I'm claustrophobic, man. I'm a big dude, you know." So knowing that, you still kneeled on his neck for 8 minutes and 46
And he
seconds with
told
3
you,
other
yes.
officers behind you, and he told you he was claustrophobic.
Yeah. Damn,
So
I didn't even think about it.
You know, you have that information right there. I don't even think this is a case, man.
Yeah.
I really don't. I think they're just. I think it's respect for the officers to go through the process. But dude, I mean, his wife just filed. His ex just filed for divorce once both houses. So I don't know how he has two. I think one was upwards around of $500,000 up in Minneapolis, but he had another home in Windermere, Orlando.
But he was the lead
for
police.
$250,000.
He was the like the guy in the field that teaches the other police how to be policemen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he was like
he knew protocol.
But he still shouldn't be having $500,000. I mean, I wonder what his ex-wife did.
I was on board with Cory. I was like, hey, man, what are you doing there? You got 2 houses like that, bro.
Yeah, you got a lot of money for an officer.
You're walking in evidence that's like, yo, this is $75K. You got like 25 in your fucking pocket or some shit.
He won on a scratch-off ticket.
Yeah, it was that scratch off, man.
Or
It was that scratch off.
That Miss Universe check they invested in Bitcoin
I
or
just
some
no
shit.
man money, bro.
Come on.
Something.
I got my paper from a piece
It's all
of paper.
shady.
But I got a counterfeit story. Now I want to share with you really quick. I thought it was pretty interesting because because this is all about counterfeit, and I didn't really think about this until recently. But back when I was going to college, me and Hoagie, we went out to BCR, Black College Reunion. If y'all don't know what BCR is, I was living out there at the time in Daytona, so we used to party with everybody, man. BCR was off the chain, dude. It was crazy out there. So we go to this place called 600 North. Well, actually, before that, we're getting loaded. We go to this liquor store, and we chug this bottle. I think it was Golden Slogger. And I don't know why we chug it, like the bottle down. It was one of the small bottles, but we drank it all the way down to like an inch left. Hoagie puts it in his jacket pocket, and we go walk into the club. Now, mind you, these are my bad days, so I'm not even involved in none of this shit no more. But so we had a bunch of fake ecstasy on us. So we get into this. We get into this car, right? And fucking this guy wants to buy pills. So I'm like, fuck it. So I sell him a few pills, and he gives me fake money, and I didn't know it at the time. Right?
Motherfuckers swap
Playing
fakes.
Monopoly and shit with drugs.
Monopoly.
So we're robbing each other and shit. You know, we did an even trade. Nobody got shit.
Where's the easy bake oven?
Does
when
that
you need
really?
it?
That's karma, man.
Yeah, so we go to this fucking club to go in, because that's where we were really gonna sell these pills and make extra money. So we go to this club, and we're in line to get in, and as we're getting in, I pay with the 50. I have other money, but I didn't know it was a fake fucking 50 this dude just gave me. So I pay, and they're like, it's fucking counterfeit. So I was shocked as fuck, dude. So they throw me up against the wall. I'm like, what the fuck? There's a long line of people behind me.
Guilty.
Yeah, Hoagie sitting behind me like, oh shit, I'm next. So he had a little dime bag of weed on him. So he throws it in the bushes right there. He just pitches it in the bushes because he knows he's coming next. And they go, I think he's with him. And he goes, huh? So they hem him up and throw him against the wall too. So now we're both there getting patted down and shit, and that's when they find the pills. So dude, this wasn't just a bag of pills, bro. This was like 100 of them, dude. I had a ton of them. Now these are just Somanexes, dude.
These are for my head.
You could buy them. You could purchase them at Publix, CVS, wherever. You get them anywhere. But Hoagie would get them for free because he fucking worked in those stores, whatever. So we would take them, and they would have an S on both sides. So we would file off one side and just draw a little line on it, and make it look like a perfect pill. And they tasted dirty and everything, whatever. So we go in that motherfucker.
What
get him
does Somanex do to you?
They're sleeping pills. They put your ass to sleep, dude. And we wouldn't sell them to anybody that was already fucked up, because we know that would have been a bad deal. You know what I mean? So we at least had that much integrity. It wasn't much integrity, but we had a little bit. Yeah.
But if you take a sleeping pill and drink some alcohol, you gonna feel like you on some weird shit.
Exactly.
You gonna feel like you got your money worth.
So we get thrown up.
Where's that guy at? I need more.
Yeah. So we get thrown up against the wall. They're patting us down, and they pull this big bag out of my cargo pocket, and they go, "We got John Gotti. Look at this shit." So everybody in line's like, "Oh, you finally got a white one," and shit like that. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
man.
So then I'm like instantly going, fuck, man. This ain't good. You know, counterfeit money is what I'm thinking. And then I'm thinking my excuse of what I'm gonna say about this thing. So they take me away. Hoagie's like, I'll bail you out, man. So
I'll come for you.
yeah, so I'm like, all right.
I love you, Cory.
The only thing that could have made that better if Titanic music was playing in the background. They're just getting pulled away like, I'll call you. I'll never let go, Hoagie. I'll never let go.
I love you, Hoagie. So
Hoagie don't leave.
So we go. So I get taken away, and they throw me in the back of this paddy wagon, and I see him in the back. They crack this box open. It's a yellow box, and that's the tester kit. I know that much because I used to fuck around back in the days. So I'm like, okay, they're testing it. So now I got a time to think of my excuse. I'm like, man, because I'm not expecting none of this shit, dude. You know what I mean? I just thought we were going to the club, going back home. Fuck
Your
it.
night did a 180 in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I'm in college, so that's why we're doing all this shit to make money, man.
Right.
We're just trying to get through. So fucking, I get thrown in the back of this thing, and they're testing it. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, I'm just gonna tell them like Omar said, just I take them to get fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I drink them, whatever. Why do I got so many? Why ask why? Who gives a fuck? I take a lot of them. So, and I pass them out. Who gives a shit? So they come back to the car, and they're like, all right, buddy, you need to fess up, man. You take these and you sell them, right, as ecstasy pills. I said, no, sir. What the hell? Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. He goes, well, why do you got all these pills on you? I was like, I take them to get drunk. I use them with my alcohol, and I get fucked up on them. I know it's kind of weird, but I'm sorry. Whatever. It's my thing. So he looks at me like a dad looks at a kid when he's fucking just telling the biggest lie. He's just like, all right, dude, so you sell them for fake ecstasy, right? You're going to the pill club to sell all these? And I'm like, no, sir. No, what I just said is true, man. I take them to get fucked up, man. It is what it is.
I got a problem, bro.
Right, I got a fucking problem. So they shut the door, they go away for a little bit, and then they come and they uncuff me and they let me go.
Whoa!
Can't do nothing, dog.
But they could, and that's
No, they
my whole
could. They
point of the
could
story.
now.
I had counterfeit 50.
Yeah, but that's not what they got you
But
for.
if I'm George Floyd, I'm dead with a knee on my neck for 9 minutes.
No, I think if you're George Floyd, there's a way different circumstance that could have happened.
Well, I'm
with
just
drugs. I'm saying with drugs.
Right.
If they didn't book you for the money.
If you George Floyd, they say you here selling fake ecstasy, right? You say no, blah blah blah, and they say all right, close the door, ran, fake.
Yeah.
Take you down.
Attempt to
Yeah.
sell
Yeah.
ecstasy.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I'm saying though, I think why they fucked up is because they didn't do it with the money, because the money they had you on.
I think they totally forgot that, hey, we got this guy on a counterfeit bill.
That's what I'm saying.
But they thought, but the bigger fish was the drugs, bro.
Yeah, and that's where it took
could've
their
made
mind off of
detective.
it. Yeah. It was like a
One night at the club.
They could have been Officer Doofy.
You could have easily gotten out of the counterfeit deal, you know.
You
Yeah,
stopped
true.
Scarface from selling all the sleepy pills.
Yeah, true. And because Mike, one's just like it was like I played a magic trick on him.
Yeah.
It's
Jedi
like
mind
And they
trick.
knew the trick.
yeah, but the reason why I got off though with the counterfeit, I think, is because I had a wallet full of money.
Yeah.
Besides that, and that was the only fake bill in there. But then I looked at George Floyd, and he had another 20. He had 2 singles and 2 20s. So he had other money too that wasn't counterfeit. So it's like, man, why don't you just take the motherfucker to jail? I mean, don't even take him to jail. Just fucking say, hey, dude, pay the motherfucker the money you owe him, and don't let this shit happen again. We understand that counterfeit comes to surface, not as 2 people are selling each other fake things,
Not exchanging fake items.
Hey, that man just went home and went to sleep. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, man, it was definitely back in my day where I was doing bad
Did you go back
shit.
to the club like,
So-
I got real money, bitches?
Hoagie's gone.
Okay, so Hoagie's gone, right? Hoagie goes walking back to the dorm, which is miles away. I'll give you an instance. We're on Beachside, right? In Daytona.
He walking back to
He's
Bethune?
walking back to Bethune. You know how far that is? How many miles is
It's
that?
over the bridge.
That's over. I was
It's
gonna
over the
say
bridge.
that.
It's over the bridge and
And
still
then some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
still
some.
some.
Yeah. So you got to go through Beach Street, all that
All
shit.
that
US 1. You got to
That's
walk all
gotta
that
be
way.
at least 10, 15, bro.
Right. So he's walking, right? And I didn't find this out obviously till later, but there's this guy that was in our school, right? He was Mr. Shervich. He was this dude that was like, he was an asshole to everybody, right? He was a guidance counselor. But he was nice to me and Hoagie all the time. He was just like he was this straight up dickhead, but he was always nice to me and Hoagie. So Hoagie's walking home, right? Or walking back to my dorm room, and lo and behold, dude, who's out there selling hot dogs on the side of the road? Hoagie's counting money, crying, dude, trying to come up with bail money. He's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And Mr. Sherwood sees him. And he goes, "What the hell are you doing out here?" And he looks up. He goes, "Mr. Shervich, what?" And he's like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Cory went to jail. I don't know what to do. I done got my boy, man." He's like, "Man, some things never fucking change, man. You fucking guys." And so
this is a guy from high school.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
This is Hoagie.
No.
Oh, Mr. Shervich?
Yeah.
He was our guidance counselor at high school.
Oh,
Yeah. And me and Hoagie went to school together. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he sees Hoagie and he's like, "Oh my God, some things never change because we're still getting in trouble and
Right.
shit." So Hoagie goes, "Yeah, I gotta find bail money. I gotta go. All right." And I think he even took a hot dog.
Can I get one for the room?
Can you sell a hot dog, Mr. Shervich, for old time's sake?
And some chips.
So I'm gonna have to get Hoagie to fucking say it, but I think he did say he took one. So he goes all the way back to the dorm room, right? And now I'm late. Basically, because they held me for a while. I said that story, but I was in that paddy wagon for a little while. So I get let out, and I'm walking home, and I'm walking home by my damn self, dude. And Hoagie actually hitchhiked half that way. So he got home, and I didn't hitchhike. I walked because that's not my style, dude. I'm too worried. I know people. Fuck that shit. I'm not hitchhiking shit if I could walk. So I walked all the way. Plus, it was a hell of a story that I'm just replaying in my head. I'm like, geez, man, I can't believe that shit just happened.
You happy to be free, though?
Hell yeah, dude. All that. Exactly. Exactly.
That's why you don't mind walking.
Right. I was like, I need to walk this shit off. Right.
Yeah.
So I get all the way back to the room. My door's wide open. And I hear the fucking down the hall before I even get to there. That's the phone that's off the hook. That's meh, 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 meh. So I get there. And this motherfucker's on my bed. He's got like little tear streams, dried up tear streams down the side of his face. He's got milk, cookies out. My fridge is open. A chair with
This
a phone
nigga's
off the
depressed.
This dude's just
He's
laying.
like a broken, like somebody just broke up with him. He needs a pint of ice cream and shit.
What's wrong, man?
He goes. So he's passed out. He looks like he just called everybody he could, trying to get help. Somebody help. And he's just like, fuck it, man. He passed out doing it. So I sit down. I pick up the milk and cookies. I start eating some, and I'm just staring at this poor little miserable bastard on the bed. And I'm like, hey, man. And he's still not waking up. I'm like, hey, bro. So then I push him because he's a deep sleeper. And then
he's in a food coma
and
from all the cookies.
then finally he wakes up, man. He's like, what? How'd you get out?
It's Christmas.
What happened? What happened, bro? Oh my God. He hugs me and shit. And I'm like, dude, they let me go, bro, because I just said I'd take him to drink. And he's like, oh, that was the craziest shit. I saw Mr. Shervich, bro. He's like, you would never believe it. I saw Mr. fucking Shervich, bro.
Give me a hot dog.
so I'm like, oh my God, dude, Mr. Shervich was out there, dude. The night couldn't have got any more weird, man. So knowing who we were like, you ready to go back out there? And he's like, fuck yeah, man, we got to go get that weed I threw in the bushes.
Whoa.
So I'm like, fuck
Mission.
it, let's go. So we walked all the way back.
Whoa.
Bro, we were kids, bro. So we walked all the way back. The weed was in the bushes. Leave it to Hoagie. He found the fucking dime bag that he pitched in there. He's like, I told you it was the whole time we were walking out there. He's talking about how slick he was. He was like, dude, I around the back past into the bushes. I know pretty much where it was. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. I don't know if somebody in the line saw me. Maybe they could have got it.
Right.
Who knows, man? But they did get the bottle of Golden Schlager. But we'll get there and we'll get the weed. And I was like, he's like, if it's there, we have a good night. If it's not, fuck it. You know. So we get out there. Dude, lo and behold, yeah, the club was closed, so nobody was there. So he's like, stand out here and just watch. I'm going to go rummage through those bushes. So I'm standing, taking lookout, and he goes, found it. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So we rolled up a couple, and we walked all the way back to the dorm room, and that was the night, man.
Daytona at night is nice enough where you can walk around. Like, it's
especially
I
now.
got some wild stories about Daytona, bro.
Yeah, back then it was pretty dirty though, man. That was before it got all cleaned up. It was like the heroin capital and
that's
shit.
Back when I'm talking about. Bro.
Yeah, it was pretty bad back then, man. It was not safe.
Yeah,
so,
it was not.
but nevertheless though, that counterfeit bill, it was almost like I pulled a magic trick on him because They didn't, it's like once they had it's like, you see this is, I mean, they treated it serious too, dude. When they find you with counterfeit money, it's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's fraud.
That's fraud.
Yeah. So on the biggest scale.
And a $50 bill, you would think they'd be trying to like figure out, do you have more?
Right. I'm sure they tested the rest of my money. I just didn't see it, but,
Right.
yeah, man.
That
so I didn't think.
So that's probably what saved you too. Because if they test the rest of your money and the money was real,
Right.
and then
If it was the only 50 I had,
yeah,
it might have been a different story.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you like you're trying to pass that one on.
Yeah.
Somebody passed it to you. You didn't make that shit.
Yeah. And I'll never forget that ride too. That was fucking weird, man. Cause I had this big gold chain. You know what I mean? And we get in the back of this Cadillac and it's this big black dude. And he's like, man, I like that chain, dog. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, and Hoagie, I'm in the middle, dude, making this deal to some dude in the front seat, and some big dude in the back's like, I like that chain. How much you want for it? And I'm like, hey man, you want to make this deal a little faster, dog? You know what I mean? And I'm nudging Hoagie like, hey, get the fuck out the car. He's like, it's moving. And he's like, and there's a cop at every fucking, like, every 50 feet, there's a cop in the middle of the road. Back in BCR, that's how it is, dude. They got gates and cops and fucking stations and everything, dude. It is like fucking all set up for security. So
And he's got Mr. You gonna eat your cornbread?
yeah, dude.
Like,
and I got
oh, shit.
that's the kind of moment it
How you
was.
feel about your life right now?
So, dude, he starts like,
How much is that chain worth to you?
Right.
yeah. So he starts like touching it and shit, and I'm like, dog, get the fuck out the car. So I took the 50, gave him the fucking pills, and I got the fuck out the car. And I'm like, bro, next time I tell you to get the fuck out, I don't give a fuck if it's moving. You better fucking jump out. He's like, bro, it's fucking moving, man. I wouldn't even jump out 5 miles and fall out in front of a cop. And I was like, true that, man. But anyway, we got out, and that's what happened, man. So it was a good story, whatever.
Hell yeah, it was.
Yeah, man. So we had fun with it. But yeah, man, counterfeit, they take that shit seriously.
Yeah, because it's a lot of money to get counterfeit out there.
I can't think if it ever happened to me.
I've had
I
some.
wonder if I walked away and then it happened. Like low key, if I just did it and I was just like, "Here you go," and then it's like,
Yeah, how
they're
much-
Looking,
yeah.
they're looking for like a little Spanish dude. It's like, oh, look at this little spick. Right
Yeah,
you like what, bro? I was buying ice cream. I don't need a counterfeit.
Well, you make a good point. How much money do we spend that was counterfeit
Yeah.
before?
Right,
Like it
that you
comes
didn't
in and
even
goes
know.
out. You
Yeah.
never fucking know.
No.
They don't check dollars, fives, and tens and shit like that. You don't know.
No.
But anyway, we're gonna take another quick break. We'll be back. Welcome back, Lion Podcast. Want to say something real quick.
That's nice.
Pretty soon, once these coronavirus numbers get down, I want to throw a poker tournament at the crib. So if anybody's interested, a $250 buy-in, 6
what's
people,
up.
possibly 7 people. But if you want to, get at me because first come, first serve. And 6
golf
people, 7
game on
people.
the side.
Yeah, we're gonna set up a game for the future. Of course, we got to get these numbers down and shit. But it's gonna be a big deal. You know what I mean? So if you're interested in that, get with me. I want to rant about something. I want to rant about a rant.
Uh-oh.
The new dumbest shit I've heard. Basically, I've been told Black Lives Matter is a hate group because they don't advocate for all black lives. I've heard that they're a cult. There's a number of BLMs, et cetera, et cetera. But there's only one message, and that's the thing, man. That's what you got to keep in mind. So basically, this guy's on social media account has a picture of Libya's slave market, and it says, this is a slave market in Libya, where black men are being sold into slavery every single day right now, today, not 100 years ago, while some spend their time complaining about America's slavery, which no longer exists, while destroying statues of slave owners. Actual slaves are being bought and sold every day. This is why I can't support BLM. They are mute on these black lives as well as a multitude of others. I don't disagree that black lives matter. I just wish they all mattered. Not just my brothers and sisters in the U.S., all black lives. I'm really tired of people saying America first. Okay, so America first. Let's start there. Suggestions without solutions. How can we address every mistreated black individual across the globe simultaneously?
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
All right. Well, let's start with Libya then. What can we do about the slave market in Libya?
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
Yeah, it's kind of hard from over here. We got approximately 6,000 miles of water between us. The reason it makes sense to fix the problem in the United States first is, first off, we
The
don't...
war on slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to war, send in some troops.
Yeah, but the reason it makes sense to
Per
start...
usual.
But I understand what he's saying
Send in
about...
the cavalry.
I understand what he's saying about America First, though. This is it. This is the reason why it's got to be America First. First off, we don't need Libya's help here in the States. They, Libya, very much need our help to fix what's going on in the hell they're being consumed with, and that's why it's America First. Also, why it's America First is it's like a relationship that's not going right. And you get the friendly advice that you can't fix a problem in your relationship until you fix a problem with yourself. You know, you can't love someone else unconditionally until you love and respect yourself unconditionally. Same thing with countries. You can't actually go help another country or expect them to take our advice, you know, until we demonstrate that we know what the fuck we're talking about ourselves. That's how you get credibility. That's how you get respect. And that's how you get people to listen, because Libya is almost hopeless any fucking way. That'd be a goddamn small miracle. Am I right, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
If we get something right.
I mean, we just got rid of Gaddafi for him.
Yeah.
Right.
And the problem I have with anything that happens, like anything that happens in America, as far as this, when Black Americans go outside of America, we don't have a home. Like in Libya, you from Africa, you'll be accepted in Africa. When I leave and go to Africa, I'm not all the way accepted because I'm kind of, it's weird. It's,
You're the outside looking in.
yeah, so they feel almost like we should be happy that a lot of Africans are against Black Lives Matter, and not because of that. They're against it because they feel like we should be happy with where we at and just shut up and take it.
Yeah, and a lot of those people have a lot of money,
Right.
and they're not thinking on a level of poverty.
Right.
They're not. They don't even.
And what's sad, and what another thing bothers me about this is because once blacks in America can, if it be equality and we get on the fair ground, guess what? Everybody else can too, because that's how it happens.
Right.
We have to open the door, and then everybody else walks in, and guess what? We're left holding the door.
Right.
Everybody done walked in and got all kind of money.
Right.
They get mad at people that come over and they get all these tax breaks and all these different programs and all these, and you know what we get for opening the door for these people? We get those people coming in and hating us too.
Yeah.
So like, excuse the hell out of me if we ain't got Libya on our mind right now.
Right, and that's kind of the other point. It's like, man, how do you expect to fix two things at once? You know, I'm sure you know how you know that people care about other people, because everybody relates through struggle.
Yeah.
So of course they care about their other black brothers and sisters in other countries. There's just nothing they could fucking do about it because they're too busy going through their own shit.
Yeah, you can't. I can't believe you actually read that and it was coming out of someone's mouth, because you would never, ever try to fix someone else's home before your own.
Right.
And I mean, as a country.
As a country
is your home. You would never be like, you would never try to say, hey, y'all clean up your mess over there. You know what I'm saying? Someone else's house, and you still got to clean up underneath your own rug. It's like, yo, that's not crazy.
I'm sorry, that's kind of very disrespectful on that person.
Hell yeah.
Part, because it's like America. I mean, right, wrong, and different in America. At least we have tried. Like, we have tried to figure this thing out. It may not be pretty, and it's been ugly for a lot of people, and even so true that we have had to endure a lot of the front end pain of a lot of people getting, civil liberties in America. On some levels, I think a lot of us, even though it hurts, we okay with it because it made America a better place.
Right. And that's everything. That's fixing these, these poverty, low income areas. That's helping homeless. That's helping the vets. That's everything. We got a lot of fucking work to do in this country. So don't assume that we need to just go somewhere else and start there first, or that they don't care about somebody else. In fact, all you're doing is delaying the fucking process. You're confusing people to the point where it's like, no, they're just trying to fucking get it right. You're just trying to fucking be right. And try to, because somebody's going to buy your bullshit when you say that. Yeah. And they're like, that's true. Fucking.
What about the people in Libya? And it's like, what about them?
or the slaves in North Korea or something.
And
you know,
it's not no disrespect
Chinese
for
prison
what they're
camps and
going
shit.
through, and
For sure, facts. That we don't
And
laugh about none of that shit.
Yeah, and I hate to be that cold.
It's fucking
but
sad to know that's going on over there.
It's sad to know that's going on, but at the same time, bro, it's like on some levels, like if it's 2020 and there's slavery going on in your where you at, bro, somebody allowed it.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
the Libya thing is because they're trying to, if I know correctly, they're trying to go to like the Mediterranean and they're getting caught in Libya. And that's where I think they're coming from South Africa and they're getting caught in Libya. And so they're just like, because they're traveling thousands of miles by foot. So when they get caught in there, that's kind of how they're getting caught in that situation and they're becoming slaves.
So it's not Libyans. So the people that are trying to migrate out.
If I remember the article correctly, it was something along those lines, man. So that's how they're getting them.
That's harsh.
It is. It's fucking heartbreaking, man. But nevertheless, man, it's just people that are saying that, because this individual's, I guess he's been all over the world. So he's, and maybe he does have the, right thing in mind where he just wants peace for everybody, and maybe he's looking at it from a hopeful, but it just doesn't feel like that. When you say the arrogance to assume the intention on behalf of millions of protesters is the definition of a guy that just doesn't get it, in my opinion.
Yeah, but just because we label ourselves as a great country doesn't mean aren't potholes to fix.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? There is a good, and I'm going to use that word very strongly, a good road that America has. But there's potholes that need to be filled.
It's a lot, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sometimes it is the easy way for money and opportunity, and you could come get it here. But that doesn't mean there's not racism and people getting fucked over, and people losing their lives. Yeah, that just because we are greater doesn't mean perfect.
Perfect and great is not the same thing.
And you could be a great, that's a perfect, comment right there. We could be great, man, but that doesn't mean it's just like black people's equality right now and their rights. Just because we come so far, I think that's a big misconception. We've come far. There's no doubt about it. We've done so much for the black community, but that doesn't mean that we're all the way home yet.
Yeah.
And why stop now? You don't clean up half your house and then fucking say, oh, I'm done now. You know what I mean? Get the whole fucking job done. You don't mow half the yard and say, And I know it's, mowing the yard just takes a fucking hour, and this is taking a long time and it's not easy, but as much as you can learn things, you can unlearn things, and we got a lot of unlearning to do and fixing to do and understanding to do, being empathetic to each other and just support, man, because that's what America's about. This is the thing about America. We're not just a good country, man. It's not about this piece of land. It's the people in this land that are badass, man. We are the motherfucker that makes this up. And that's the thing. If we ain't together, man, America ain't shit without the people in it. And that's where people the people are having a hard time because we're so busy going at each other's throats with all this shit. We got to remember that we are the motherfuckers that run this motherfucker.
What I love to add on to you is when people need to actually take a step back and think how mixed the country is as a whole. How it'd be a lot easier to just take a step back and be like, oh, so this is really America.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not built off of a white person, a black person. America's the shit. America's the shit, the best best soup around town, son. You got spices and mixes and love and everythone in it. And if someone could accept that, or if people could accept that, I feel like it would be easier to be like, yo, this is what it's about. Everyone has, or everyone should have the opportunity to come up and make a living.
Everybody should have a voice, and everybody should have a fair shake at.
So much so that other countries, they imitate us. They love our swag and our style and everything, man. They fucking literally, they're like, yo, they come to America, they love it. They love the vibe, man. But that's us. That's us. It's not the sights. It's not the scenery. It's us, man. It's us.
We are the commodity,
right? And it's up to us to get that back. Because we've lost that over the years. You know what I mean? And I think we need to get that back, like 9/11 style. You know what I mean? Post 9/11. Yeah. So
that shit always pisses me off, man. How it always takes to death for people to come together.
Yeah.
Or something. It can never be. It can never be like a great Sunday or it can never be a thing, bro. You always need a reason.
Yeah.
And deep down, just me as a person, I'm not speaking for any of you, just me as a person, it always pisses me off from like middle school to high school. It's always something negative to bring people together. It can never be just a reason to smile or
like, you know what?
give appreciation.
Yeah. And that's just the thing, man. People are all sorts of emotional right now, and all it takes is for two people having bad days and different points of views to get nasty, and you can't have constructive conversations when you're taking shots at each other. So remember to manage your attitude and always be positive as you can be, and whenever you're not feeling your best. And your purpose too, man. That's another thing. Don't tell me you don't think about your purpose, why you were put here, why you were born into this crazy world. Don't be desensitized to your purpose never being established, because nothing happens right away anyway, but you got to watch the break to catch your wave. You know what I mean? Because it could pass you. You could miss that wave. So also your purpose can be multiple things too. Maybe it's not solely raising your kids. I think the world has many problems and plenty of opportunity. It's our moral obligation to do whatever in our ability to make a positive contribution, no matter the gesture. It really is, and no matter how small or big. So managing your attitude is definitely on the list, because we all have one to manage, and there's no question about it.
I was thinking about a purpose of the person who recorded the death when he got kneeled on. What if that was the only thing, and how big that is and what it did for the world? Right. Like you would never think
that person.
You would never think a person.
Could change
right? I'm putting
the
up a
world.
finger. You would never think a person, a phone could do that for the world.
Right.
So taking Cory's example, try to be aware.
Yeah.
And and maybe
try to
you could
love,
change
just,
change something.
And just try a little bit of, because for me, it's like growing up in America and going through the trials of America. One thing I've learned to do is the more I exude love, the more I get love. So a lot of times,
it's contagious.
I think I avoid a lot of negative situations because I'm trying to exude much love.
Buddy, your charm is your superpower. I've watched it.
I'm really trying.
Mike knows that shit.
You do good, bro.
Me and Mike have talked about it before. We're like, dude, Clivy can fuck up as much as he wants ever because of who he is. Yeah. It doesn't matter, dude. Yeah. You are as charming as they fucking come.
Yeah. If somebody's got a problem with Clemmy, it's not Clemmy, it's them.
Right. And that's facts, man. That goes without even saying. Yeah. Like, we would know that without it be like, what?
Yeah. Come here, walk in. Y'all not dead, man, right? Y'all not dead, man.
But I'm just, that's something I teach my sons, and I tell people a lot of times when they come to me and they going through something, just like exude more, get more open. Because a lot of times, because you've been burnt, it hurts, and you closed up and you closed down.
Right.
And then that's what people are reading. They're not reading that, hey man, I got burnt one time. So that's why I'm over here, don't want to say nothing. I'm not talking to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my job and going home.
Yeah.
But
it's really easy to get burnt and then shut down too.
Yeah. That's what
people get traumatized and then they don't know how to love anymore. That's real shit, man. That's like somebody gets molested or something like that. They don't know how to fuck. They get in a relationship when they get older and they're all fucked up. And you're
opening
like, man,
up is not an option.
Yeah, man. And it's we're sensitive human beings.
Yeah, it's PTSD to getting hurt again.
Right.
So you're reading like, that dude, why is he acting like that? And all he's doing is trying to protect himself from getting hurt again.
Right.
But for both of us, if we can have that open of a dialogue,
right,
then it would be where, I think we can talk. I think we can.
Right.
You can hear me if I say, hey, bro, it's not you. It's just that my last job, because my boss was a prick.
Right.
And, he had some racist tones. He did some things to me. So I feel like now I can't trust, but it's not you.
Yeah. Right.
And if I can have that conversation with you, then you can
open line of communication.
You can say, well, I've never been that open with nobody, and I didn't think of it that way. And now we can talk about, matters.
How many of you have had a person where you didn't get along with at first, and then you ended up getting along with them fine once you had that open line of communication?
Many.
I've had several, and I'm actually good friends with almost all of them.
Yeah, I got a few. That's just my upbringing, though.
But
you probably had that vibe though, like internally. It's like you get the You get the always don't trust anybody. You get the they're out to get me type of
Everybody's
thing.
trying
You know what I'm saying?
On the
Yeah.
flip side, like, have you ever had anybody come up to you after you've been around them for a while and they say, "Man, when I first met you, I thought you were an asshole."
Yes,
or a dick."
yes, I am that guy, dude,
Yeah, I can see
because
that.
I look like an asshole,
Yeah.
and then you see me and I'm like, what's up? You know, I mean, it's true. Like they're like, dude, you always look like you're like, you know, growling and shit, and not really, you know. And I'm like, dude, that's just the more I'm thinking, the more pissed I look. I mean, it's
Yeah,
weird.
you
It's
do have
weird,
to get out
but-
the truck with like a.
yeah,
You got to
yeah.
perk up, so
and then my
people be
smile
like,
was
yeah.
just, you know, but that's why it's important to get that. My point is, like, we've all met that person or several people where we didn't have a good, you know, start and then we got good. But that's the thing, man. If we're all at each other's throats, there's no getting good. It's just a casual at your throat. Well, fuck you then. I delete you. I'm never talking to you again.
Yeah.
Where is that getting us?
Nowhere.
Nowhere, man.
Screaming.
Nowhere. You know, hold out a little patience for some of these people, man. You know, even if they seem like they're not the right people, you know, something will get through to them. They're just, everybody learns at different speeds. So I think it's important for us to remember communication is the key, and we are the badass motherfucking Americans. We got to remember that. We're not just some other fucking country where, you know, we are fucking America, man.
Right.
So this is it's a big deal.
Double fisting.
Yeah, double tokes. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get all that out. I'm glad that was well communicated.
That was beautiful, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
That was awesome.
Quick topics. Let's go around the table, man. Mahomes signs 10-year deal for $500 million. Like it or not? Oh, go with it.
Okay, so I'm still trying to decide because I don't hate. It's a strong word. I dislike anybody that signs a 10-year contract for anything.
And, yeah.
10 years is such
That's
a
a
long
long
time,
time. A lot of stuff
man.
can change.
10 years, bro. What if
Football,
you just,
that's risky too.
What if you just hate Kansas out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Like low key, well, obviously not Kansas, but Kansas City. What if you just like
What if we
management
come and be
changes?
like, man,
what if
this is
management?
bull.
What? Yeah, management changes. Your friends change. Your team, your
Right.
life changes. He hasn't even had like real life experience in the NFL. Things happen.
His life, and he's
So-
gonna have like. You know,
Hey,
So
man.
the bag secured.
You fucking like it or not?
Like it or not.
Wait.
It's
no,
not a combo.
wait,
Let him go,
wait,
man.
Wait,
Like it
the
or
bag,
not.
the bag is secured. So that's how I was gonna end it. The bag secured. So I like it.
yeah,
Okay.
I like it because I think it'll work.
Yeah.
I hate the Chiefs, but I like it. Good for
Yeah.
him.
I'm
Well,
Chiefs
man, I
fan.
appreciate your honesty, buddy. I love it because it's fucking Mahomes, and you know I can't see it. We're in an era where quarterback means a lot, and this guy already has a Super Bowl, already has an MVP. I mean, what more could you ask? You know what I mean? So
More of a drive.
the thing that I found crazy, side note, was Colin Cowherd only predicted 2 fucking Super Bowls for him.
10
What?
years.
You know, he's already got one. So
It's hard, bro.
that was a little weird to me. I see at least 3.
I see
At least 3.
I can see
So
4 or 5.
You know,
But
you
I'm
know
saying
they got,
at least 3.
You know
the
they got,
reason why
they got
is-
bets.
yeah, and they got the fastest dudes in the NFL on their team.
They got bets in Vegas. 3
If
and a
they
half.
stay together, it'll be dangerous.
You'd bet that
What
Yeah.
is what is that?
3.5.
I
for
bet
Pat.
that. I bet that right
Super
now.
Super Bowls. They got
The
already,
over-
They already
the
got the
over?
line. 3.5.
How much?
I'll take. Yeah.
I gotta check. It was a briefing. I didn't see the numbers on it. They just throw 3.5 out there.
Yeah, let me
That's
know.
BR betting, I think it was.
I mean, that's. I'm gonna forget about that bet before I get paid. Kenny the Jet Smith puts out his top 10 all-time NBA list. He has LeBron as number 10 and Kobe not even on it.
What?
Oh, you like it or not?
I don't even want to have this conversation because it's so silly. Not.
That's an easy
Nah.
no.
Yeah, that's that.
no.
What do you think?
Hell no.
What do you think?
Definitely not. That's delusional.
It's delusional, and Kenny Jet Smith is a fucking good. He's a smart dude. He always makes educated opinions on shit. I don't even. I
Think he's just trying to be contrary?
I question the validity of it, and if he's trying to be contrary or not, dude. That definitely is on the back of my mind.
Kobe not
Kobe
in your
not
top.
even on it. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh.
Look, I'll be okay with you putting LeBron at 2 or 3. But Kobe's definitely got on this fucking list too,
Kobe,
man.
if Kobe
You are out of your
if
fucking
Kobe
mind.
not in your top 5, you've never watched basketball, bro.
It's so weird coming from him. 5-star recruit, Maker, chooses Howard, a historically black college, over national powerhouses. Oh, you like it or not?
I'm down. I would love to see that happen more though.
That's the thing. You think it's gonna keep happening? You think
I hope
this is
it's a trend. I hope it's a trend.
You think Duke and schools like that are shitting their pants?
No, I don't think they shit in their pants because they got them in their pocket already.
Yeah.
But I would like to see it just because competition wise, like to me, that's why I never get into college football because you always get the top people with the top players and it's corny as fuck. Like yeah, they'll lose maybe, but to see that's worse than a Cinderella. Like those odds are fucking so slight. So I'm down with it though.
Yeah, I like it.
You love it. Go ahead, say it. You love that shit,
love
bro.
I love it because
Yeah.
it's like if we can keep, if those institutions can keep some of that talent, then that'll pay for those institutions.
Right. And those people are more likely
And
to
then
get
they
back to
can
the
offer-
communities
and
too,
then they can
and
offer
build up
more-
these fucking low
Yeah,
income
and then
areas
they
and
can
get them
offer more
out,
back
so
to the
police don't have
community.
places to hang out. Mike, you like it or not?
I like it, man. I think it's virtuous. I think it's honorable.
It is. Fucking. That's a well said too, man. You
I
know,
like that, Mike.
Yeah, what
Salute,
like
baby.
talk about taking a stand,
I
man.
know.
You're leaving, UCLA, fucking all these colleges
Salute,
on the
bro.
fucking table, and you're going to Howard, man. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. That's just you got balls.
Yeah.
Ellie, and I like it too, obviously. Maker,
like
shout
it, Mike.
out
Hey.
shout out to you, bro. That's a good
Wrong
job on
hand,
your
but
behalf.
yeah, man.
Ellie Goldstein, 8-year-old model with Down syndrome, featured in Gucci editorial. Like it or not,
I don't like it.
What?
No, time out.
What? There should be a love on everybody.
Stop. I'm saying because of the reason, not who they're doing it for and who's modeling. I don't like the chasing of the look what we're doing now.
Everybody
No,
gets
it's
the trophy.
It's the Black Lives Matter. Everybody jumping on it.
She's a pretty girl.
It's the
She's
look
a
at
pretty
me.
girl, man.
I don't even know. I haven't
See
seen.
what I mean,
so
man?
regardless,
We can't even get our moment for this shit.
Holy
I'm just playing.
shit.
wait, what's the moment? The moment of hey now.
man,
So wait, where was this 10 years ago? Not the first person with fucking Down syndrome, right?
yeah.
2020 is not the first person. They were doing it. They had it in the 90s, the
Hey,
2000s.
we're gonna have to
that
get
shit
some
never
Down
happened.
syndrome lives
It's
matter.
gotta start sometime.
We're gonna have to get the Down syndrome lives matter fucking movement going now. Jesus Christ! Oh, you just started one.
No.
All right,
that's-
Clemmy,
that's
you like it or
corny.
not?
I like it because I like that the fact that they showing that anybody can model their clothes,
Right.
And beauty comes from
You celebrate
any
everybody.
kind of like
Absolutely.
I love it.
Mike, you like it or not?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love it, man. I think anybody celebrate. I wouldn't chalk
Well,
that
I
up
like
to
your
a
point, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't chalk that up to a participation trophy because, dude, I mean, she's a real model, man, and
No, it's a job.
she has the courage to
To
go out there and do that.
That takes a
Yes.
lot.
Man, I got nothing but props to them. Nothing but props to Gucci for doing that, and I love it. I love it. So, but anybody got anything to say before we get the fuck out of here?
Hey man,
Before Omar shits on somebody else.
I hope that agenda doesn't run. 'Cause that's very sad. So I got before we leave, the Westgate set the line at 1.5 over on Wednesday on a prop. How many Super Bowls the Chiefs will win over the
was
course of the
1.5?
Mahomes extension? The under pays plus 105.
Oh, that's not that good. But
So then, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't like
You
it.
got a chance.
No, but I definitely think he's going to get more than 2 Super Bowls.
yeah, and I
Colin's a little off there.
but I think he'll get more than. I think he'll get 4.
Colin and Kenny are off their fucking rockers. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking.
I think-
Kenny says some dumb shit, and Colin's smart
Because-
too, and I
but,
don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Because you got to think about it. Brady, how many Brady got?
Brady got 6.
So you don't think he can't get 4?
No, because Brady was in a fucking system that was fucking phenomenal,
But
man.
what
It's
I'm-
not easy to win. Now, I do agree with Colin with that. He said it's not easy to win. There's only how many quarterbacks
But
have
what
more
I'm-
than 2
but
Super
what I'm
Bowls?
saying is,
It's only like a handful.
if the coach can hold up for the next 10 years, that's the only thing. That's the only person I don't see being able, because if he's never, nobody really can never get a clean shot on the kid,
Right.
Because the way he throw the ball and the angles he throw it at.
Who are we
Yes.
talking about?
We talking about
Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
Injuries definitely play a big factor.
So with that being said, he's been in NFL for what, 3 years now? 3.
I only.
He's been playing for 3. He's been playing for 2 and for 3.
How long was Brady in the league before he won his first Super Bowl?
Good question.
Like I think he had. I don't quote me on that.
I think it was like 3 or
it
4
was
seasons, right?
3 or 4 seasons.
I think it was too.
Okay.
But even with that, I mean, you got to think about it. the way that offense is and the type of athletes he have and he got them young,
Yeah.
they're acting just more and more like crazy.
Are they going to be able to keep them though? That's a lot of money. Especially if they perform. They already got a Super Bowl.
But the thing about it, Bill Belichick done laid it out. So if you can hold on
and if they get a defense, that's what's scary. So if they get a fucking defense, we're in big trouble.
Right. So they shore up the defense. They keep young talent in because anybody can come in and really
hell, they were all getting hurt last year, interchanging and still winning.
Yeah. So I mean, I think he get 4 or 5, bro.
Damn, that's a bold statement.
If Brady got
coronavirus,
3 years.
If Brady got 6,
Brady, so you're saying he's getting 5.
If Brady got 6,
so Brady won his the same time as Mahomes, right?
So he's gonna be the Kobe to Jordan Brady.
Is this year 3?
Yeah.
Mahomes.
He's got a year on him.
Mahomes
right?
sat a year.
No,
that's right.
He sat a year. He played
MVP, then won. So they both. So Tom Brady and him won both year 3.
Right. So, but you gotta think about it. You say MVP, then he won it, right? Only person,
right?
But
that's crazy. He's already off to the best start.
Rookie MVP.
Remember, it's a different era too.
The only person right now that I can see getting in his way of getting the 4 or 5
is anybody sponsored by Gucci
and Lamar Jackson.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna say some bold shit because Clemmy just got me hyped up on what he just said, but he got me seeing some shit that I wasn't gonna see.
Tom Brady's gonna win 34 rings
before we get out of here. No, this is Mahomes. We're on Mahomes
we
right now.
always have our best
Let me
conversation
make
at
some
the
sense.
end.
Let me make some sense right now. All right, dude. He's
show.
already got an MVP under his belt.
Yeah.
He's already got a Super Bowl on his belt. What is he? 23 years old.
That's it.
So that's his confidence right there.
Right.
He's got his confidence already set. Usually you get your confidence when you win your first championship. Sometimes people don't win them for like 4 or 5 seasons, people that do. So he's already got that confidence under his belt. Right. Now he's got a 10-year contract, and that's confidence because he knows his team's all in on him. So he could just put all that mind shit to rest. Like, I am here. I am in the moment.
This is me.
His floor to me is 3 Super Bowls. His ceiling,
Bro, come on. Talk with me.
7.
7?
Get
7.
the fuck.
He's
This is
gonna
how we
set
end
a new
it.
record,
All right,
7.
later, Gucci. I'm out.
Hey, you know I don't give a shit because I'm a fucking Bucks fan, but dude,
7.
I see 7 being the ceiling.
7.
You just said 5.
Bro, that's like, I mean,
Dude, look at the way he plays football. So based off what I just said about the confidence
I'm a Chiefs
factor,
fan.
what if we haven't even seen his best football yet?
That's the scary
That's
part.
the scary part. We might see better Mahomes these next years because of that confidence level, because he's only been playing for 2 legit seasons. Man, we could see some amazing fireworks these next couple of seasons, man. This might be really interesting. Get your popcorn.
And he getting the advantage of coming in after Brady, coming in after Drew Brees, because those guys learn how to preserve their bodies for a long time.
Right.
You know what I want to know?
Yeah.
Quick sidebar. Who's out there to compete with him, quarterback-wise? You got like Lamar.
I can't wait to watch how he turns out.
That was the only.
Who else you got?
Russell Wilson, Lamar.
Wilson.
That's fine.
you
No,
still
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm legit asking.
Oh, you called Cam to New England too.
Yeah.
You fucking called that, Mike. I forgot to give him props on that. He
Mike
called
called
that.
that?
Yeah. Sound the fucking alarm. But that's he did call that.
Call Guinness.
That was like a few weeks
And
ago. He called that.
okay.
It was so long ago. I forgot.
So then that's another thing. What if Cam got a whole nother 5-6 years of stupid Cam? What if that happened because Bill Belichick?
I think he's going to come out slow because of the system, and I think he's going to have a struggle with it at first. I think he might even get benched. I think Stidham might come in for him. There's your bold statement right there.
Whoa.
Boom. So
God, he's not even drinking right now.
But you got to think about it. What's that dude, McDaniels?
yeah,
Josh McDaniels. He had Drew Brees, right? When he went to Denver. Remember that?
Drew Brees went to Denver?
Not Drew Brees. No, what was the dude that was at Florida?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow played the same way Cam Newton played, bro.
Too many puff gives.
My bad.
We're late in the episode. This motherfucker calling Tim Tebow Drew Brees.
This could go Clementine Place.
Right.
I was like,
but my bad.
Brees to the future.
Don't you remember Bobby Boucher?
My bad. But what I'm saying is, Josh
Medulla
McDaniels
oblongata.
done coached that type of player.
Yeah.
So That's why.
It's gonna be interesting, man. Look, me and Mike been saying, dude, football's gotten so interesting.
It is crazy.
We're so happy just because of how interesting it is. Even his team's fucking good now, the Raiders. So everybody's fucking coming to like
you
the
forget
Dolphins
about
are
the
on.
Raiders,
Yeah,
the Dolphins,
yeah,
the
man.
Bucks.
Everybody's gonna be up, man. It's fucking great. But we got to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Love y'all.
If you can't be nice,
Love it.
keep it moving then.
Be a part of the Pride on the People's Network. Please subscribe.